everyone. It's been a little bit. Been kind of a rough week. I been home the last 3 days. Today's the first day that I can actually sit properly and not just be in excruciating pain. So thumbs up. I have endometriosis, so flare-ups are real random, and it is real painful. It starts about my belly button, and the pain goes from my belly button to my knees, front and back. So it's been really rough. So just been in bed, trying to be comfortable, trying to sleep, because with endometriosis comes extreme fatigue. So I'm super tired, but I'm in so much pain that it's like, how do you sleep when you're hurting so bad? So I did what I could. Unfortunately, at this point, I've yet to find a medication, over the counter or other words, that actually helps with the pain. So it kind of is just a waited out type of deal, which is awesome. It's nice. Work is nice because at least how the system is set up, in absence, you can be gone 3 days and it'll count as one. That's how the absence thingies work. So at least that I can sit now, it's fine. So I'll just sit through the pain tomorrow. Yay. So I've just been spending my days in bed. I was reading. I did finish a book today. Vampire Killer. The Vampire Killer. Yeah, it's Vampire Killer by Ryan Green. I would recommend it if you can handle gore, only because there's no shortage of detail in anything. So if you don't mind some gore and hearing about dude eating things that people don't eat, go ahead. It's a 141-page book, and it took me 24 days just with the amount of stuff that went on. I kind of feel for the guy, not that he did the big K on people, but he thought Nazis were after him with a UFO. What? So, it was a good read, but at the same time, I've probably heard about him. Actually, do listen to a lot of true crime. I consume a lot of true crime. Big true crime horror buff. Not really buff, but I enjoy it. Kind of my number one genre of things. So I'm doing an A to Z challenge for 2023. This is 2023, right? Yeah, 2023. And I only have F, Q, R, S, U, W, U, and X. I have 8 books left of my A to Z challenge. And so I sent a group chat to my brother, my mom, and my sister-in-law, and cat, Jeb. And I was like, I need help. What am I reading next? So Megan, my sister-in-law, picked Sinkable by Daniel Stone. She also has this book, so I was like, oh, is this so I read it so I can tell you if it's good? But I'm obsessed with the Titanic. Actually, last year, my mom's sister-in-law and I, we went to Branson, Missouri, and we went to the Titanic Museum, and it was the greatest day of my entire life. I had bought tickets, so we went on, like, we went on the 110th anniversary of the sinking, so, like, it was awesome. I mean, you walk in and there's just like a wall of ice that, like, this is what the Titanic hit, and it was great. I could have stayed in there forever. I told them both, I was like, I don't care what else we do on this trip. All I want is to go to the Titanic Museum. You guys can pick up pretty much anything else that we do. I really don't care as long as I get to go to the Titanic Museum. That's all I want. That's all I need. Maybe at the end of this I'll add some Titanic pictures if I remember. We'll see. ADHD brain. I forget. So I will start that probably tonight because, yeah, I can't sleep. And so tomorrow's gonna be great. So I sat down and I have a planner, and I draw 3 tarot cards every day. Well, the last 2 days since I've basically been bedridden, I did not. So I did my cards today. And my topics for this week. So, since I do a 3-card spread, usually there's like a topic. So like a past, present, future. And I don't mind doing those. I will do those every once in a while. But this week I did you, your current path, and then your potential. And so for me, I drew the 10 of Cups, which represents a time of completion and reaping the rewards of what you've sown and just an abundant life. And I really feel like just in the things that I do have a very abundance in my life, and I enjoy what I do have. My current path that I'm on actually was a card that most people don't like to draw, and that it scares people, and that is the 10 of Swords. And basically it's a man laying on the ground with 10 swords in his back. And so this is basically telling me to make a clean break of the past and all of its pain and suffering. So I'm holding on to something that I shouldn't be. So I just need to do some soul searching to what am I hanging on to that I don't need anymore, that is no longer representative in my life and no longer serves me, because we don't need any of that in our lives anymore. We can get rid of it. Goodbye, gone, hello to the new things, as my brother would say, new beginnings. Because sidebar, the first, I want to say 6 to 8 weeks of this year, I had drawn the Death card more times than there were weeks. I'll just say that because I don't remember an exact number. And I was getting so frustrated because I was like, okay, I get it. New beginnings, a new cycle. This is ending so something new can begin. But I wasn't understanding what is ending. What do I need to be done with so something new can start? So it took me a bit. I don't know if I actually figured it out. So that's my brother's now running joke of, oh, new beginnings. So anytime I talk about my tarot cards, is, oh, do you have new beginnings coming? And it's like, Yes, I do, actually. A lot. All sorts. And then for my potential, I drew the Hermit. And the Hermit, in this instance, I took as representing that inner work needs to be done, and that spirit can't speak to me if I'm distracted. So, just really need to work on what's going on, because I don't know. And I'm sure a lot of it has to do with just not feeling good from the flare-up to whatever else. So, who knows. But yeah, it's really cool, because then I get 3 little stickers that I can put for my cards, and it's great. I love it. I mean, I don't care. I do my tarot cards. I do me. It's what I like to do. If you don't like that, that's completely fine. It is what it is. And so this shelf, these are my book of the months, and the best thing that I've ever found was book of the month. So basically I pay X amount every month, and then I get to pick out a book every month. So once every month, I come home. Cat in the corner. Not Jeb this time. It's Anelli. Excuse me. She doesn't listen. So anyways, you pay and then you get a book every month. And it's hardcover. And it's less than $20. $20. I know that. Sorry, I was watching The Basement Yard. And those New York boys, sometimes I pick up their accent. Not from New York. Far from, actually. But that's a good podcast. Go check out The Basement Yard. Comes out every Monday. And so I think it's like $15, something like that. 12 to 15. But then you get a hardcover book, and then like you get to pick kind of like what genres you're interested in. So I love a thriller, a horror, this cat, just anybody want a cat? I'll give away 2, because these 2 have been obnoxious the last 3 days. So you do this quiz, kind of quiz, and just like pick out what kind of books that you like to read. And then you get 6 options, and then you pick what book you want, and then it ships to you every month. So this month I went with The Last Word. I know we're backwards, sorry. Looks interesting. I think this is the one said it was a thriller. And again, it's all... Really? They're all hardcover. So, I mean, you're getting a hardcover book and a bookmark. Who doesn't love a bookmark? Because I can never find one. And I don't mind dog-earing pages. I know some people will want to come for me, but I don't mind. It's my book. I love a book that looks loved. I love a loved book. There we go. I love a loved book. So, like, I buy a lot of books on thrift books, and I don't go for the new, good. Like, I'm so fine with acceptable that it's not even funny. And they're cheaper, too. But I just love a loved book. So this one will go... I put my bookmark in the first chapter. I'm gonna be honest, I think I've read one of my book of the months. And that was the Book of Cold Cases, and that's a great book. I will say that's a really good book. My F for my A to Z challenge is Firstborn, so that will be the second one that I will read. But I don't know. I like books, guys. I just like them. So, yeah, I just kind of wanted to get on an update, and I could actually sit, so that's what I was excited about. So, but anyways, I'll just get off here, go start Sinkable, and then maybe next time I'll have a little snippet of Titanic info if you like. But yeah, like, subscribe, and tell your mama says hi.